Okay, here we go. We're going to look at insane Gatlings. And we got keyboard and mouse settings, or input, excuse me. Logitech input, Xbox controller input. This airship has 54 Gatlings, and they work individually. So some have slightly faster spin, some have slightly slower spin, and then they're on different rotating axes. What do I say? No, they're on the same axes, but they rotate different positive and negative angles. So we see the helicopter flying off, and the thing that's really interesting is that the slow motion in this game is instant. So you don't have any slowdown or anything, it's just instant to the point that I push the button. You can also see that it plays very smooth. Slow down the helicopter, get those blades a little bit slowing down, and you can see the highlighted blue of the air kind of going away and then coming back depending on how you want to fly the helicopter. Helicopter doesn't work on the rigid body for Unity. It works on purely code that I made, so it's got a customized physics. It's not perfect physics, of course, but it's got some simulated physics in there a little bit. We've also got some bound boxes around the helicopter to detect before collision. So the helicopter will actually adjust depending on where I'm coming up to something. So kind of like almost an autopilot. You see there, I try to crash into the wall, I just can't. And the helicopter will slow down and do a little bit of a reverse movement to avoid crashing into the wall. There are a lot of bolts that come out, so we're going to land here for a moment, just to show that you can land and then retake off. I also want to show the blades. What's interesting is if you look at the blades, how you could make them move with your controller or any type of input that's programmed at the moment. So you can see the blades actually move, and they do that during the time that you increase the speed of them too. So you can get that uplift and that down where you just downfall. I really like the slow motion because instant. This would not work with a rigid body though with Unity. For some reason there's issues that I had with it. I've been having issues with it for years, but I just decided to start programming it in my way. And the main problem was that it ran off a timer. Unity has this physics, the fixed update running off a timed. So we've got this, like, it would. You see here, it's just absolutely beautiful the way I programmed it. All shell casings, full of bullets. It's pretty incredible, considering you would expect a lot of lag, right? There was so many shell casings coming out, and bullets and lines behind the bullets, and then there's emission on top of that too. But what I was saying is that the fixed update has like a timed, it's like a timed event basically. So when you would start the slow motion, you would see effects that would not slow down immediately like this. It would not look as smooth. So I got a smoother effect by not using the rigid bodies and programming it in myself. Now some of the stuff I need to do, you can see here that it looks like the muzzle flash needs to be moved a little bit when shooting. So I probably need to update the velocity while the helicopter is moving. I don't know if I inserted that code or not, but I can do that pretty easily. You can also see the barrels getting hot. There's some work that has to be done on the particle system a little bit. And I'm trying to switch over to shader graph with it, but it's just time I don't have at the moment. So right here you can kind of see where the particle system kind of messes up because of the camera view, the orientation. Yeah, that looks beautiful. And here you can see that I don't, when I'm trying to turn left or move left, it doesn't go immediately. All the code's based on rotate towards and acceleration, so things work really nice in slow motion. Right there you can see, like I was saying, the orientation of the camera kind of makes the particle systems and the muzzle flash look a little weird. And I'm just not going to really fix that. I'm going to go to shader graph, I think, instead, is what I'm going to do. I don't know why the frame rate went down here to 30, but when it shot back up to 60, it never went back down again. That might have been, you know, I don't know, something with recording or something going on, but normally when I play this game, it's almost always 60. So, I'm playing 60 right now while I'm recording, so. You can see here, like, the different camera angle makes the muzzle flash look a little bit different. There's also the speed of the bullets increases, and the muzzle flash gets brighter. The barrels get a lot hotter, and they have the heat kind of showing up on them. Here I'm going to show you I can get to the building and not crash into anything. I did a quick land right there. Doing these doors was kind of fun. The way they rotate open and stuff is pretty cool. And that camera was outside the room. It's kind of back a little bit, so I don't know if I'm going to change any of that or whatnot. But it's pretty sick. I really like this. And you can see it's done very well.